know, it's almost free to use a shield with the fucking... with the Ouroboros. It's almost free using a shield with this, because you just get, like... you get your spot right back essentially.
Road restore hive detected. Hostile restore hive detected.
It's crazy how much damage Striker does.
Manhunt initiated.
It's actually insane. We should somebody AR. Trying to res that? Are you dead eye? Come on, bro, I'm with this. You're not crossing, bro. Shit with that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I said I needed a build video. I guess we got it. Oh my god, bro. Yo, what up, you guys? MxgicIQ here, and today we are back on the Division 2 with a brand new build video for the new update, Vanguard, Project Resolve, whatever you want to call it. We are here with the first PvP build of this update. Now, I've been using this since last update. That's actually where the gameplay is from, but I promise you this build has absolutely still demolished the Dark Zone. There's still nothing that can face tank this build. All these efficient builds, all these kit builds with the new kit method, everything you're seeing, it doesn't matter how much health you can gain back, you cannot out heal an Ouroboros on Striker fully stacked. It's impossible, and you get these stacks so fast. Striker and the Oro is by far the best DPS build in the game for PvP right now, and you can be extremely tanky while doing tons of damage, as you guys see with this build here. I have a few variants to counter a few things in the game, so I hope you guys enjoy. I also have a Ninja Bike variant that you guys can run as well if you want quick stacks and good base damage as well. It has 3 reds on 1.7 million armor, so make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So the main thing that makes this build so strong is the Ouroboros, because I've been running Striker for some time now trying to make it viable, and it just wasn't ever really good enough because there was no gun that could really stack on its own and do the damage on its own, in my opinion. But with a fire rate of 1688, there's really nothing that shoots as fast as this gun in the game. It's actually ridiculous. Pretty sure the minigun is probably a close first place. It's not even that far off. This thing shoots so fast, and now that you can reconfigure exotics to get damage to target out of cover on the bottom, it is a necessity to get this thing with that, and once you expertise it, the damage is absolutely insane. For the secondary, you can run an AR or another sub of your choice, but I highly recommend running an AR because of how fast the Ouroboros runs out of ammo. That is one downside. That thing goes through ammo like no other. Recently, I've been really loving the AK. I would highly suggest the AKM, the black market AK, the regular AK. This gun is absolutely amazing since they buffed it with 8% damage in the patch notes. If you guys haven't seen those already, I'll leave a link down below in the description to the patch notes for this update, but this AR slaps now, so it's absolutely insane. Still running a, you know, finisher talent on a pistol on the side. Just kind of run whatever you guys want for that sidearm there. But in terms of where we're running the Striker, now I'm running the 4-piece for the mask, the backpack, which is a necessity because of the fact that the risk management increases total weapon damage gained per stack of Striker's Gamble from 0.65 to 1%. That's going to give you a lot more damage when you make those stacks go up quicker with the Ouroboros. Now, you're probably asking, what is Striker? What does Striker do? Just kidding, you're not, because it's been here since Division 1. But if you're curious, weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. 1 stacks lost per second between 0 and 50 stacks. 2 stacks lost per second between 50 and 100 stacks, okay? So this gun puts out enough damage, though, and enough RPM that you're never really going to lose the stacks. We got crit chance on this backpack with a crit damage mod. For the mask, we're going to run this pretty quick. We have blues on every top core attribute, guys, okay? So blues on every core attribute. For the main attribute, though, we have critical hit damage and a critical hit damage mod there. For the chest piece, I've been farming for this thing for so long. Shout out to Kville for getting this for me when it was on the Lincoln Memorial mission. We ran it so many times and got this, actually one of our first tries running it, but I tried to get it for him and we haven't been as lucky yet, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Crit damage and crit chance with Unbreakable with armor up top on this Grupo for the 15% crit damage and the 12% crit damage mod. Now for the gloves, we're running Sokolov, so we can get that SMG damage with 12% crit damage and 6% crit chance. You can almost argue that we would be better off to go with the Picaro's holster here because you would get the 5% more damage, but I don't know. I just don't like the fact that I'm missing out on crit chance, especially running a gear set, and I definitely need the crit chance. As you guys will see when we go and look at our stats, we're barely over the 50%. We're also running a striker holster as well with armor up top and crit damage rolled onto that for the attribute as well. And the knee pads, finally, armor with crit damage on there as well. Those can be optimized a little bit more. Now for the skills, the reason I'm using the striker shield, which I usually wouldn't use in this game anymore, but as you guys know, when shields break now, they give you a confuse proc, which is essentially a status effect which makes your screen go everywhere. But if you have the Oro out and your shield gets broken, you get confusion bullets when you reload. It actually almost makes the shield break an advantage. It almost buffs the shield, in my opinion. It's actually very fun to run with. And to get it off of ourselves faster, we got the booster, so we can get the confuse right off of us, reload, and put it on the enemy. It's actually absolutely insane when you run it like that. I've been having really fun with this synergy. And for that shield, we are using the firewall in order to get access to that shield, okay? So going over to the stats here, as you guys see, we have 56% crit chance and 163.3 crit damage. If you were to go with the Picaro's holster, you'd be somewhere around 50 to 51%. I like to be closer to 60 when using subs. That's just my personal opinion. You guys can use whatever you want and figure out what's worth more to you, 5 weapon damage or 5 crit chance. Me personally, I'd rather take a little bit more crit, so I'm critting more often. Now, going down to the armor, we have 1.848 mil armor here. Now, let's go ahead and check out a couple other variants to run this build in. We also have a anti-shock striker, which is going to be 1 knee pad. The only difference here with hazard protection, and we're running a Sokolov chest piece with double crit and a red up top. We have striker gloves as well with crit damage on the bottom and armor up top. Now, this one hazard protection attribute right here and this holster, when fully optimized, will equate to about 80% shock resistance, which the only gun that's really absolutely obnoxious in the dark zone is that St. Elmo's, and you will no longer be shocked by it at 80% shock resistance, okay? So as you can see, I need to do a little bit more optimizing with this build, but you're really not losing that much damage either, as well as you can actually shock other players by punching them with this holster. While Shocker Punch is equipped, the stun received by the agent from the shock status effect will be reduced by 50%, and using a shield will give you 100% to melee damage as well. And when you hit enemies with this holster, you will be shocking them as well, which is actually insane. If you were to run this build with a Lady Death as well, which isn't a bad option either, you can do that crazy like melee build with the Shocker Punch holster if you want. But me personally, I love the Oro just because of how quick it stacks. If you guys are looking for a secondary gun to stack up things with, I would definitely use the Lefty or the Rock and Roll to get your stacks faster as well if you want to use a different SMG besides the Oro. But 1688 does get your stacks up insanely quick. Now, the last variant of this build I wanted to go ahead and show you guys is right here, is the 3-piece striker with the Ninja Bike bag with the Picaro's holster. This will allow you to actually jam skill tier 6 skills because you will be at 3 skill tiers if you were to use a TDI card pistol as your secondary and run a regular jammer pulse. Okay, now you will be able to actually jam tier 6 skills. Okay, so this is pretty good for team fights and things like that, as well as you'll get an extra 15% weapon damage from the holster, which isn't too shabby. You will also be getting an additional 15% crit damage, which is very helpful as well, so that's absolutely amazing there. Also, it's as if you were running Sokolov and Grupo right here. And then on top of that, guys, you will also also be able to still get your 4-piece of striker because of the Ninja Bike talent, which gives you a free essential piece for free. Okay, the only difference here is you will be doing a little bit less damage because you won't have the striker backpack with the risk management added to the backpack, but you will have 3 base damage reds, which kind of makes up for it in a way. But I personally like running the original build I showed you guys, but I just wanted to show you guys this as an alternate choice if you're really having trouble with skill builds in a group fight or a server fight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this build video. I'm gonna go ahead and head out into the dark zone with Vodka IQ. I hope to see you guys in the what the fuck? I hope to see you guys in the next video. Come check out the streams. We're live on Twitch pretty much every day. It's been MxgicIQ, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.